You won't care, but I'll tell you anyway. Since the last video, Fallout 76 has been my main focus. Here in Appalachia, Season 17 is drawing to a close, and Season 18 brings some major changes to the legendary crafting system. Although I have several videos in the works, I thought it would be worth taking a moment to share my thoughts on how to prepare for Season 18. First and foremost, if you've been following the season scoreboard, now is a great time to cash in all of those tickets. Even if you haven't been diligently tackling the daily challenges, it's not too late to get started, and there are some great rewards early in the scoreboard, such as gold bullion and legendary modules. If you've made it to rank 150, you're in for a real treat. While most rewards can only be redeemed once, these top-tier rewards can be redeemed repeatedly. Even after you reach rank 150, you can continue ranking up to earn more tickets, and thus more rewards. My recommendation would be to focus on atoms, as this is the hardest currency to accrue without spending real money. Perk coins are also a good bet, especially for lower level characters. Gold bullion is also a good value, as this can take a long time to accrue. Whatever you do, do not get legendary cores, as these will be deprecated in Season 18. But more on that in a moment. One of the biggest changes that Season 18 will bring is an update to the legendary crafting system. The good news is, by scrapping legendary gear, you'll have a chance to acquire a mod or learn a plan, allowing you to apply specific legendary effects to your gear. This will make the tiresome pursuit of god rolls much simpler for new players. However, this comes with some drawbacks. Legendary cores will be deprecated entirely, and all cores in player inventories will be converted to legendary scrip at a 1-for-1 exchange rate. Legendary crafting will depend more heavily on legendary modules. With this change, legendary modules will double in price, from 50 to 100 scrip, and more modules will be necessary for legendary upgrades. So, what's the best way to prepare for these changes? Firstly, it's recommended to save every 3-star legendary you find. You can then scrap these when Season 18 starts for a chance, albeit a low one, to get legendary mods or plans. Since your stash will fill up quickly, you can use a mule character to carry these for you. Secondly, you may be tempted to use up those legendary cores now, before they're converted to scrip, by rolling some random legendaries for scrapping later. But this is tricky, as you'll also need to use up legendary modules in this process, and the modules will become even more valuable after the update. So here are some recommendations. 1. Before Season 18 starts on September 3rd, consider buying up as many modules as you can. This way you can get them before the price doubles. 2. If you want random 3-star legendaries for scrapping, consider buying some random 3-star gear from Murmba, or however you pronounce that. This is cheaper than buying modules, and since you don't care about the gear, only the legendary effects, this is a good deal. 3. If you have legendary cores and legendary modules on hand, you could roll some legendaries now to scrap later. However, this is ill-advised. Yes, you'll make good use of the legendary cores, but you'll also consume those precious legendary modules, which will be of more use later. Lastly, if there's some gear that you're looking to optimize with specific legendary effects next season, consider rolling some of these now. The cost of legendary upgrades will increase in Season 18, and the cost of re-rolling the 3rd star, in particular, will go up drastically. So if you can get some of the legendary effects you want now, while the cost is lower, it will save you some time and resources later. This is particularly relevant for equipment like the Secret Service armor and Gauss pistol, since they require legendary modules to craft. Just be sure to roll new gear each time, instead of re-rolling existing gear. You can always scrap the duds later. That's it for now. I'll be back soon with more Fallout content as time permits. In the meantime, if you want useful information, you know where to go. Somewhere else.